presents exciting new opportunities for the investment-minded, but it's also volatile and accelerating in complexity. That's why we created Token Metrics, an intelligent crypto platform backed by an industry-leading combination of data, AI, and media that feeds optimized portfolios to crypto investors. Featuring Token Metrics ratings to help you find the best investment opportunities in real time, an indices page that showcases various model portfolios, and deep insights into price predictions and technical analysis. Plus, with access to Token Metrics TV, monitor 24/7 exclusive crypto news and analysis. Whether you're a first-time trader or a seasoned crypto investor, you can stay informed and in control, backed by your all-in-one crypto companion, Token Metrics. Take control of crypto today at tokenmetrics.com.
We are live. This is the market update. Your alarm is going off in the middle of the night in London, and I'm sorry. But to our friends in Asia, welcome. I am your host, Bill Noble. This is a special Fed edition of the market update, where we're going to cover everything you need to know about the Fed, inflation, and why this could be one of the biggest bear market FOMO moves ever. Seriously. All right. This show is brought to you by tokenmetrics.com and Astrobot Society. We did a Twitter space today with Astrobot Society, and that was actually the market update early in the morning at 8 a.m. So they actually got first dibs, followed by our customers at midday. But I wanted to be here for you guys because this is a special broadcast with special material. Naturally, if you like the content, please smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the alerts bell in case we decide to go live at midnight. All right, let's see who is here. Steven Mind on Crypto, hello, first on the stream. Dan's Ada, hi. Okay, Odd Time, what's up? We are bringing it to you as soon as we can get to it in terms of like the best information possible. So rather than wait until noon tomorrow, we're doing it now. All right. Okay. What do you mean the Fed buys BTC? All right. Chill Money is asking that question. So I'm being a little silly there. We're going to go through the crypto, the crypto noble version, I guess, of the Fed's press conference. So we're going to do a simulated Fed press conference with a little bit of satire to let you know that if the Fed had to be buying Bitcoin under the table. It almost feels that way. Or all of Wall Street was. Somebody was. Okay? Because that dump that occurred beforehand, and if you look at what Powell said, I think it was crypto perfection for the end of July. I'll get into it. Okay? Somebody says August dump. Yes. Right? Massive pump, August dump. I should have called it that. Okay? Arkansas is here. Welcome. Megan is in the house, repping Boston and Token Metrics. Aiken with Notorious Love. We have Florida. We have Tokyo in the house. Welcome. You guys don't have to stay up late at night. We're getting you in the morning. Ubering in New York City, right? An Uber driver in New York City. We will get you out of that car. We will get you out of that car. Jersey, Australia. California is here. Fed increases the cost of money and BTC pumps a bit. What gives seems contradictory. Okay, good question. Okay, good question. I will get into this. We're going to go through the Fed. We're going to go through the news. Okay, we're going to go through the charts, daily and monthly. And if you're into XRP, you're in the right place. I know. Don't fall over. If you are into XRP, you are in the right place because the world has not figured out yet that the SEC has decided to pick on everyone else because Ripple has kicked their ass. That's why the SEC is acting the way they are acting. That is my theory. So I know I gave half of it away, but don't go anywhere because we've got XRP charts, Cardano charts, and we're going to explain everything that happens today. And not just that, we're going to give you a roadmap, right? So there's going to be the pump, the massive pump, right? If you think you know what a bear market rally is, you don't. You're about to see one, and it's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be days. And then people are going to be staring at the inflation number in early August. So, watch the fireworks, because you're going to be like, Bill, why are you going live late at night? You may know in the morning. Okay. Megan's like, spit it now, XRP, buy now, yay or nay. Well, not investment advice, but I think for the first time in my life, I can look at a chart and tell myself a story and say, you know what? I want to get on TV and talk about constructive developments for XRP. Let's put it that way. Okay. Megan's pumped for the stream. Mike Shaw is here. Okay. Right. We have all kinds of people in the house. We have Dubai is here, Connecticut. Right. Simon is like, hey guys, how about the like button? How about it? Right. How about it? We got the ocean, Australia, and a lot of other people here. And we welcome and thank everybody for, cutting us a little slack on the time late at night. I will try to make it worth your while. Okay. Driftless rolling in. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. Right now I am tweeting out that I just went live from Token Metrics. Again, on Astrobot Society, we did a market update on Wednesdays at 8 a.m., right? And we also have Alex Diaz looking at XRP. We have Eastern Europe, right? Mia's World, yes, twice in one day. So we did the webinar for the customers at noon, okay? And now we're here late night for you guys because I just couldn't sleep not telling you what's going on. I just couldn't do it. I'm like, hey, I got to talk to my people here. All right. So Ghana is here. Some people excited about XRP. All right. Some notorious love from Megan. And I want to get right into it because I know that if you're on the East Coast, you are up late and you don't want to be. And we appreciate you. And we're going to start the simulated Fed press conference. Okay. So here we're going to talk in Jerome Powell's own words. Okay. Jerome Powell's own words. So here comes all the quotes from the crypto press conference. Now, what did Jerome Powell do? Let me give you the bottom line. Jerome Powell talked so tough on inflation. He talked so tough on rate hikes that he basically guarantees that whatever the Fed does, right, they will probably be done with it by September and they will wreck the economy. So let's go through it. So Jerome Powell says the labor market is extremely tight and inflation is too high. And that's why my high-powered daughter with advanced medical training, who is a dancer, is now working in a mall. She's like, Dad, I'm going to get a job. I'm like, well, Jerome Powell says the labor market's tight. You should have no problem. I'm like, honey, how's the job hunt going? She's like, yeah, well, I landed at a stretchy pants store in the mall. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, it's over. Done. Thanks, Jerome. Thanks. On behalf of me and my kid. The Fed is significantly reducing the size of its balance sheet. Let me say that again. The Fed is significantly reducing the size of its balance sheet. Not really. You guys printed 12 trillion. You can't reduce it significantly. Okay? The only thing that is like significantly reduced is our patience with you. Seriously. The growth of consumer spending has slowed significantly. Wow. Thanks a lot for that. People go to McDonald's and they ask if you want fries with that, and they say, we can't afford it. So first Americans were getting criticized for being obese and supersizing. Now Americans are making headlines by going, you know what? Keep the dollar. I don't have the extra $1.50. So thanks for telling us, Jerome, what McDonald's told us 2 days ago. The housing sector has weakened from higher mortgage rates. Okay. So nobody can afford a house because prices are too high, and nobody can afford the loan on the house because prices are too high. So one has to wonder what's going to happen to housing. One wonders what's going to happen to people's misery index, right? Bitcoin or a house? Oh, well, I can't afford a house, so let's buy Bitcoin. Seriously. I can't afford a house. I can't afford fries at McDonald's. I'm sick of the system. Let's buy Bitcoin, even if it's for 3 or 4 days. The consumer price index is above expectations. You don't say. Okay, whose expectations? Whose numbers? Our number's 20%. Yours is 8%. Thanks for being accurate. Imagine government's not telling the truth. High inflation imposes significant hardship. Yeah, bro, for everybody except you. Seriously. Everybody except the people in power. Additional tightening is in the pipeline. Ooh. Talking tough there. That's good, I guess. But, talking tough at this stage of the game, all it means is you're going to wreck the economy. So when the additional tightening is in the pipeline, that means rate cuts next year. Next year, March. The market thinks July. After I saw this, I'm like, oh my God, he's going to blow it all up. That's why crypto is mooning, right? You might be wondering, why is crypto mooning? Well, because this guy is going to be cutting. He's going to get so crazy now when it's too late almost, that too late to stop inflation or the misery from inflation. He's going to go ballistic and wreck the economy and have to cut rates next year. And crypto is the fastest moving market. So Jerome says we need to get policy at least in a modestly restrictive model between around 3.5%. Really? Okay. Well, inflation's 8.5% according to your metrics. It's actually 20% if you're a regular human being walking around on the earth. So inflation is at 8.5%, and you've lost control. They've lost control. They're panicking. Speaking of panicking, because panicking is opportunity, right? We'll go into that more in the news. Everybody was panicking in crypto, everybody, on this last down move. So Powell says unusually large increase could happen in September. So that means they're firing the bazooka in September. But it will go meeting by meeting basis. In other words, I'm panicking by crypto. I'm panicking. In other words, if he goes, okay, I have one last chance before the election, which no one's talking about. I have one last chance before the election to crush inflation, and I'm going to close my eyes, and I know I'm going to crush the economy. If that's going to happen in September, people are buying crypto now. Now, it could result in a choppy August, but, again, thanks, Jerome, for getting tough when it was too late, right? It's like, the cops show up after they break into your house. They need to show up before. Very hard to say with confidence in normal times to predict what the economy will be doing in 6 to 12 months. Really, Mr. Powell, have you looked at the yield curve lately? Now, I'll spare you all the mathematics, but the yield curve is telling these guys what is going to happen to the economy. It's going to be problematic next year. And remember, on the Astrobot market update, art and stocks are not correlated. Art and the economy are not correlated. So economy, art does pretty good. Back to Jerome. This is not normal times, significantly more uncertainty in the path ahead. And my comment is, yes, printing money isn't normal. Thanks for wrecking my lunch at McDonald's. This one, CPI, was even worse than expected. And excuse me for being petty, but sir, you are worse than expected. And for XRP fans out there, I think the entire government is worse than expected. Okay. Are we confident in having inflation down to 2%, which is the goal of the Fed? So the Fed is still talking about 2% inflation. There is not one economy on the planet with 2% inflation, leading me to believe that they have 2% like THC in the jelly beans at the Fed. Stop talking about 2% inflation. Do you share the president's confidence in not being in a recession? Okay, two peas in a pod, Jerome Powell and the President of the United States. What I can say in a semi-serious tone is every big mistake starts with denial, right? So I was like, don't be in denial about the bear market. Now I'm kind of like, I've been in this mode. Don't be in denial about what these guys can do on the upside. It's like, it's almost like I don't want you to get run over by this raging bullishness. It may be short-lived, created by some of these dumbass statements. Okay, now here comes a long one. We think it's necessary to have a growth slowdown, and growth will slow down this year since you are coming off growth of 2021 and seeing tighter policy and some slowing. Some softening in the labor market conditions are probably necessary for inflation to get down to 2%. In other words, inflation is my fault, but I will punish you. Inflation is my fault, and I will punish you with weaker growth, the inability to afford clothing and food. Okay. And any time I hear this, I was like, I thought it was going up. I knew he was going to say something. I just didn't know it was going to be this insane. I thought he was going to like say, well, the economy might soften a little. And instead, you know, he just like went like Incredible Hulk. We are going to get focused on getting inflation back down. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Price stability is the bedrock of the economy, and nothing works without price stability. That's true. But for us friends in crypto, we would say, please explain. We're in crypto and we don't know what price stability is because it's 30% between friends on a day in and day out basis. We're not trying to have a recession, and I don't think we will have a recession to bring down inflation and soften labor market conditions. Okay. My comment is you're not trying at all. You should have tried last year. Sorry about the typo. You should have tried last year. This is creating disenchantment in the system. Okay. Restoring price stability is what we have to do. Yes, after you are replaced as Fed chairman. Okay. We do see there are two-sided risks of doing too much tightening or too little tightening. The risk was actually when you printed $6 trillion in 1 month for COVID. Okay. Do you believe the U.S. economy is currently in a recession? Asked one reporter. And he says, well, no, because it's not a recession if he still has his job. Okay. Now, I think I've made my point, but here's one final one. We might do an unusually large interest rate increase in September, but that will be determined at the time and not as of now. In other words, if they're going to get the bazooka out, it's a guaranteed recession. It's a guaranteed rate cuts next year. And for the next 3 days, moon it all. Like it's going to be very, very choppy in August. Like it's going to go way up. It's going to go way back down. And we're going to do this for all of August. But for the moment, they are just mooning it, right? Because this guy is going to wreck the economy, okay? And when he does that, that's going to bring rates down, and it's going to be crypto positive. That's at least the thinking for the next couple of days. And I want this to be, I don't know, I want it to like live in your mind. I hope somebody's listening to this a month from now. Because when Jerome's done, right, when the economic data comes out and he's done, right, the crypto is actually going to start rallying, I think, in September. I think they're going to rally into the bazooka. Okay, that's why the market is acting the way it is right now. So let me sum it up. We did the crypto Jerome Powell press conference. Okay, Bitcoin is rallying, or it feels like the Fed bought Bitcoin, because I don't think the Fed could have said anything more positive than what they said. They said, we're going to kill the economy and we're going to be cutting rates next year. So let's buy everything now. And everybody just got done selling crypto for fear of the Fed, which I hopefully hinted at was not the right thing to do. So it turned out it wasn't forced selling. It wasn't liquidation by an exchange. It was just panic. So speaking of panic, we have the Treasury investigating Kraken, okay, for violating sanctions. So a long time ago, and we'll get to this with XRP. It's pretty simple theory. Kraken took a shot at the U.S. government last year by saying, yeah, we'll sanction Russia and we'll follow the rules. But if we should sanction anybody for being bad geopolitical actors, we should sanction America. Like, okay, that's fine. But when you go punch these guys, sometimes they punch back. Okay. The fact that the U.S. government feels the need to punch somebody in crypto may not be a function of Luna. It may be a function of the fact that the SEC is going to lose badly to Ripple Labs. Right? That dawned on me today. Cathie Wood's ARK investment company, right? Now, Cathie Woods is either a genius, a visionary, or an arrogant fool, depending on who you listen to. But she bought a lot of Coinbase, okay, at the top, and she puked it out yesterday. Coinbase having taken a hit from disappointing results and a report that the SEC, okay, that's where I got it from. The SEC has arbitrarily decided that a handful of coins on Coinbase are securities and people are guilty of insider trading. So it's amazing how quickly they came to that conclusion, and they haven't been able to win against Ripple in court, and they're not going to. They're going to lose. So Cathie Wood panicked and capitulated. I know she's super wealthy. I feel bad for anybody who has to puke out at the lows, but she had to puke out at the lows because she was panicking. She was panicking. Powell was panicking. Everybody was panicking. Everybody was panicking with ETH at 800, and then they panicked again with ETH at 1,300. And we'll show you why that, wasn't exactly a good idea. Okay? Lack of crypto experts, a major concern for European banks. Right? In other words, the SEC is making up reasons to go after people, and the European Union is making up reasons why they can't. They say they don't have enough talent. Who knows if that's true or not? Okay? I'm sort of mystified as to why governments would wake up and suddenly care about whether or not they were inept. I thought inept and government kind of sort of went together. I mean, the primary job of government is to protect the people, but when it comes to crypto, I don't know. Protecting the people, you guys are way late to the game. And you're picking on the wrong people. And you're panicking. Okay? NFT project loses 22 million to largely the same hacker on Discord. Remember, folks, NFTs are the future of art. Okay? I know that they're still in JPEG territory mentally, all right? But let's remember that. So let's sum up our news. The Fed talked in a way that says they could wreck the economy. Seriously. And for the next couple of days, they're going to trade lower rates in the future, which means you could have a bear market rally in crypto. That is unbelievable. 800 to 1,600 in ETH was impressive, but there could be a final leg to this that only takes days. 1,700, 1,800 might be a logical target. Okay. The logical target could be much higher. You don't know. All I know is this feels like it's going to get wild, and we'll do some live TA. Okay. All right. Glass of beer 123 says no more DCA. I'm tired of feeding the bear. Stevie says DCA is the worst thing you can do in a bear market. Okay. I mean, I was in favor of DCA over the last 2 days or 1 day, thinking there might be a dip, and of course, it was up only. Okay. Mike Shaw says SEC is trying to gain control of exchanges and do a power grab. Okay. Stevie says, don't be idealistic. Love America. Make money. Don't complain. I like that. I like that. Right? In other words, the American dream is about freedom. The American dream is about the ability to have your children be better off than you are. That's the American dream. And the American dream will come back. And I think crypto is going to be a part of that. Okay. I think crypto, and I Am Lee says, so there won't be Rektember. You know what? I'm going to step out on a limb and say no. I actually think September could be up. What I'm a little scared of is after we have massive FOMO in September, I'm afraid of what happens in October. We'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking that no matter what the September data is, like I said, if the data is weak and the Fed backs off, it's bullish. If the data is horrendous and the Fed has to go ballistic, they've got one last chance to do it before the election, and then they're done. They've wrecked it. It's like bullish for September. That's so okay. We are all licensed in Dubai as an NFT marketplace. All right, that's good. That is good. Okay, somebody's portfolio is up 38%, and let's help it get even higher if we can. So now let's get into your market update. Hopefully you're enjoying the late night experience or the early morning experience in Asia, or you're in London and you're like, oh my God, I don't have to run out and watch this at lunch because Bill had it all set for me when I woke up. All the best to our friends in Leeds and all the other places in the UK. Now, for your market update, it's the July climax. The climax, right? Like up only, literally. Crazy for like 3 days. So today is late night, Wednesday, July 27th. This is probably over late night, July 29th or early July 30th. Right? It's like 3 days of straight up, followed by probably 7 days of straight down. And whatever that range is, that will be the range for August. That's a guess. Astrobot Society. If you like this market update, you might have gotten most of it at 8 o'clock this morning before the market went up 12%. Tokenmetrics is coming out with a new form of art that also allows you to get a lifetime subscription to our site. There's going to be lots of alpha research from all of our AI-based machine learning and our researchers. So please follow Astrobot Society on Twitter. You'll be glad you did. Now, as promised, XRP. So obviously, oh my God, that scared me. XRP. Now, all over YouTube, like I've particularly enjoyed Crypto Wendy just railing on the SEC. And BitBoy has made a living railing on the SEC. And then I woke up and I was like, wait a minute. What is up with all this bizarre behavior? Like, who are you guys trying to get? Coinbase? Kraken? For sanctions? Really? Listen, they have lost the battle to stop crypto. Even with all of the men behaving badly that we have just seen, they have lost to Ripple Labs. They are going to lose. Okay? And XRP, last I looked, is this really fast payment system, which, we could all really use in the world, right? We could use a fast payment system with the credible cryptocurrency. I remember when it used to be like, oh yeah, XRP is whatever. Well, XRP to me is a lot better than stablecoins. If I had to send money from point A to point B, I remember in 2017 when Bitcoin blew up and nobody could move money around, right? They used XRP to just move money from one place to the other. This trades at what? 35 cents. On the monthly chart, there's a pi cycle bottom when they were just heaving it back to its low from 2020. So you've never really been paid. It really hasn't been worth it to sell XRP at 20 cents. And I'm looking at XRP at 35 cents and I'm like, I wonder what happens if they come out on the tape and it's over, right? The SEC has to go after everybody because Ripple kicked their ass. All this weird SEC behavior is not bearish for crypto. It's ready. I'm going to say it. It's bullish for XRP. It has to be. They've lost the case. 91% of big cap coins are still below their 60-day exponential moving average. Our quant team has discovered the magic of the 60-day exponential moving average. So this disgusting down-only flush that they did pre-Fed was because all the big coins failed at the 60-day. Right now, only like 91% of the coins are below the average, 9% above. What do you think is going to happen, right? Right? Oh, so somebody's finally catching a stream. Welcome, right? What is going to happen when all these big cap coins take out their 60-day moving average in the morning? That's why I'm like, oh my God, we got to get it on the air. At least we can get Asia and London when they wake up, right? Or New York before they go to bed. What is going to happen if all the big coins take out their 60-day moving average in the morning? You're going to have hedge funds stopping themselves into market. You're going to have retail FOMOing in. And the quicker I get on the air and explain this, the quicker you can either take advantage of it or, you know, if you got stuff that you need to get out of, right? So you can, I don't know, buy ETH lower, buy an Astrobot, wink, wink, right? You can do what you have to do on the sell side if you have to. But in the meantime, it's like, wait a minute, I got to get on the air, help you guys out. Okay, we talked about this a couple times. First of all, I can't believe you got to see Bitcoin 20K. I mean, I just can't believe it. I mean, one of the smartest hedge fund guys in the whole world, seriously, called me up and was like, dude, I did this research on ETH and got like 2 likes. What is this? Is like, this is more evidence in his mind that it's going up. In shock that we actually saw the 20 handle on Bitcoin at the 62% retracement again with the Bill Williams oscillators. You know, when they get close to zero and they kind of hover down here around zero, you know, the last time it did that, it moves. It goes up huge, right? So once the Williams oscillator just near zero creates a trend, like it creates one here and it may create another one, right? This was a pretty big move in Bitcoin from 17 to 24. Don't think this thing can't go to 30 because it can. All right. Now, on a more tame note, Token Metrics uses quant and AI and machine learning to generate support and resistance. It's like hands down the catchiest thing we have, I think, right? It just makes my life so much easier. 21,700. Okay. The market does a lot of dancing around these levels these days. I think that's because of all the forced selling that's still maybe out there. But they broke above it. They broke above 21.7. They came down. They flushed out everybody. And now they're back above it. So everybody who was too afraid to buy is now more afraid because it's up. But there's no resistance until 24,200. And if they break 24,200, it can go right to 28. Now, in a normal world, you'd be like, who cares? But where's Avalanche going to be? Where are all these altcoins? Where are they going to go if Bitcoin explodes? Like if Bitcoin actually participates this time, how far can these coins go in 3 days? That's what you got to ask yourself. They could go so far that people might get crazy and FOMO it. Don't FOMO on Friday. Don't FOMO on Saturday, right? Don't FOMO at the end of July, right? Don't FOMO in August. If you're going to FOMO or buy a dip, not investment advice, do it now. The roadmap is up only for July and then out for August. Okay, let's go to ETH. Okay, so in a simpler world, ETH has support at 1346. ETH has resistance at either 1650 or 1752. That could be the range. So in a less dramatic world, right? I'm from New Jersey, so I don't do less dramatic, but in a less dramatic world, it's 1356, 1656. And if ETH is above 1566, then that means you can maybe expect upside. If it's below that, you expect the reverse. This is how to use these levels. All I know is that yesterday, all the DeMark work, all the token metrics work, everybody is puking right into support to the number on that AI level. ETH 8-hour, awesome oscillator buy, right? ETH hits the 38% retracement of the overall up move, stops everyone out, of course, because they have to run the stops, create a liquidity event so they can buy, so Jerome Powell could buy, right? Because he knew he was going to talk tough today, and so did Wall Street. So they stopped all the retail traders out, hoovered it all up, and now they're just going to ram it. Seriously, the big players, they dropped it, they hoovered it, and now they're just going to ram it. Like, do you think you know what a bear market rally is? You better think again. There could be another version of 800 to 1600. I can't say there won't be. Okay. Avalanche. Okay. Support was at 23. Resistance was at 23. And quant broke out, came back down, stopped everyone out. Now it's above 23. There's nobody home until 31. There's nothing. You want to talk about nobody home? Okay. Just one brief thing on Avalanche. I mean, Avalanche hit the 62% retracement of its rally to the number. We actually talked about this last week. Not last week. Whenever we met last. Feels like a week ago. Seriously. We talked about the 62% retracement. I'm like, hey, who's selling Avalanche at the 62% retracement? Nobody. It's like Bitcoin at 20,900. Are you kidding? Okay, Solana. I started studying this whole Web3 phone thing. And I know as kind of an ETH guy, it's easy to hate on Solana, but our AI has no resistance between 39 and 58. They have tried to hammer this thing through 35. I'm sorry, this is mislabeled. So it's 35 and 58. They have tried to take Solana through 35 and keep it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times they tried to push it down, and there's no resistance until 58. You need one Solana phone headline, and it's just, they're going to pretend it's like Apple stock for a couple days or a week. Who knows? Right? Like Bitcoin may stop at the end of the month, but these altcoins may have another 2 days. But you can't hate on Solana. Even if you want to hate on Solana, I'm looking at this, I'm like, Jesus, I can't do it. Now, Cardano. When I looked at how they tried to kill Solana, somebody on Token Metrics Twitter said, hey, Bill, how come you're not giving Cardano any love? And I'm like, well, hold on a second. I had a great experience with the Cardano community at Consensus. I think it's definitely going to be in the race for the next cycle, because I think these layer ones are going to be this like FOMO gambling platform like they were in the last cycle. They actually may serve an altruistic purpose, which opens up the room for Cardano. Now, Cardano, they've tried to slam through 50 cents. How many times? They've supported 44, and they've tried to keep it below 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. How many times are they going to try to slam Cardano below 50 cents? It's not going to work. How's that? It's not going to work. Now, does that mean Cardano's going to $1? I don't know. But I can tell you this much. I would not be short Cardano, because if this is like the mother of all bear market rallies, like stuff like synthetics and stuff like people hate on could just go parabolic for like 3 days. So like, again, if the government's lost to XRP, all the stuff that you thought was no good or that's dead or unappreciated could get appreciated fast. You could have something going from, I don't know, it's worthless to it's diamonds in 3 days, because that's how fast human psychology and greed can change. So they've tried to slam Cardano 6 times and it hasn't worked. So Cathie barred the door on the upside. It could go to $1 in 3 days. It could. Now, would I buy it at $1 at the end of the month? No. But like I said, don't underestimate what could happen. Okay, Driftless Crypto wants to know, what are the most hated on coins? Man, that's a good question. Drop a comment below. I mean, it could be the DeFi coins, right? You know, some people love XRP. Some people feel differently. Everyone likes to hate on Solana. I mean, you know, the Cardano and ETH and Polkadot people are going back and forth. I don't know what the most hated coin is. All right. Somebody wants to know, does Moonbeam have a future? All right. Don't let me forget Moonbeam. Okay. Here are the XRP. I'm sorry. Nope. These are the XRP quant levels. Okay. These are the XRP quant levels. Okay. 35 cents and 45 cents. If XRP is above 35 cents, I'm going to be bold. 2 or 3 daily closes above that level, I think they've lost the case. If I'm wrong, okay, it'll go down to 30 cents. If I'm right, who knows where it could go. Total crypto market cap. This is like witness the power of this operational battle station. Total crypto market cap bottoms at $922 billion. The next resistance is like $1.32 billion. Pi cycle bottom for the month of July. So evergreen content, okay, Pi cycle bottom, which has made the rounds on YouTube, a trading view indicator, very interesting. Last time you saw one in total crypto market cap was back in 2018. Now the market did not go up right away, which is why August is going to be really choppy. However, again, you know, this is meaningful stuff. If I told you last year that you would get to buy like the crypto market, excluding Bitcoin, back exactly on its 2018 high. So total crypto market cap minus Bitcoin. All the way up, all the way back down to the cycle high of 2018. Almost to the number. Oh yeah, by the way, it's a Pi cycle bottom. Now, this is a rare case where, and I've seen this before in my career, where a monthly chart, right, has daily and intraday and intra-week implications, right? In other words, people see these monthly signals and they go, oh my God, I have to buy now. And they do a whole month's worth of upside in 3 days. Like ETH up 10% today. So what? So what? With this, they could take it up 40%. They could do what they did before. Markets love symmetry. Like, you know, take it up 50%, drop it, take it up 50%. Why not? With this, they could do it. Altcoin market cap, total 3. Market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum. You had 2 opportunities to buy it exactly on the December 2017 high. So the resistance of the prior cycle became support. 2 months in a row, Pi cycle bottom today. So you're looking at this, and you have to ask yourself, because this is the first thing I did. I looked at total 3, and I said, okay, what are the biggest cap altcoins I could think of? It's ETH, Solana, Avalanche, Cardano, XRP, right? Like, how does total 3 smoke higher? Well, you got to have Cardano and XRP participate, right? You got to, right? Total 3, Pi cycle bottom was yesterday. And I noted this. I'm like, why is everyone selling? There's a reversal going on in total crypto market cap, like altcoins. I'm sorry, altcoin market cap. We told the Twitter space, right? The Astrobot Society Twitter space this morning, 8 a.m. Then we told our customers at 11 a.m. Eastern, and I'm telling you now. Because not only did this go up for our customers, we're happy about that, but look where the 60-day exponential moving average is. Total crypto market cap, altcoin market cap, smoked higher and has not taken out the 60-day yet. Now, who knows? Maybe it stops there and goes back down, but maybe it's just crazy-ass FOMO through it, and then it comes back down in August. Okay. Smash the like button for the sheepdog. We appreciate that. Don't let me forget Moonbeam. Okay, Bitcoin. Again, you actually got to buy Bitcoin 3 months in a row on top of the 2017 high. When Celsius was being liquidated or there was fear of that, I don't blame you for not buying it the first time. But there were two 3 week periods where, you had a shot to buy it at 20. Over here, the point of this chart is that I think the real resistance in Bitcoin is 30. That's Michael Saylor's average price, right? I mean, it's like I just gave you I gave you a Jerome Powell press conference. I gave you 12 slides. Okay, if I had to do this in a tweet, I would say Bitcoin is going to revisit Michael Saylor's average price, 30K. Like that's the technical level in the market. Okay. Now, these are Fibonacci speed resistance fan lines, okay? They look nice, okay? But I'm going to draw them in live TA. I'm going to do a little TA. I'm going to show you how I use these. They're great when you have a bottom, right, to figure out where the next leg is going to be. Honestly, I wish I'd broken out with it sooner, and here it is in Bitcoin, all right? So that is your market update. Don't let me forget Moonbeam. Okay. So let's talk about ETH. Let's talk about ETH. Let's draw something that'll help you. Let's do that. So what you do with Fibonacci Fib speed resistance fans is you click it, you find the high, you find a low, and then you just kind of try to read what's happening. Okay? And lo and behold, I'm not sharing the screen. I can't believe I'm not sharing the screen. I got to start over. Okay, let's start over. Okay, so here's where we're going to wind up, and I'm going to delete this and start over. So when you have Fib speed resistance fans, you click this here, right? You find the high. Whoops, not that. Oh, God. I have no future in live television. You find a high, and then you find a low, and you connect them. And then you just simply take a look at what the lines are telling you. And look at this. Look at what we have here, right? They broke out of this Fib speed resistance line. Okay, now as it turns out, this particular line was important in the past because that's where the whole calamity started from. It started at 2,400. So this was the mother of all lines that it broke. And now what did it do? It comes back, breaks out, retests it. The next line is at 1,900. It's at 1,900. So, when you break the first line, you retest it, you might hit the second one, right? Just for kicks, the third line is 2,400, and that's where the entire bear market started from. So if they get crazy with this, I'm just saying, they get crazy, right? That's what could happen. Maybe it's over, or maybe it's time for XRP and Cardano. Could you imagine a big move in market cap being led by those two coins? In research, you get paid for imagination. Okay, now here comes the Fib speed resistance lines for Bitcoin. Just see what we get. Okay, so Bitcoin is a little bit different, right? So the mother of all lines, right? This is where Bitcoin failed back at 36K. So this is this huge inflection point. Bitcoin pulled up short of this line at 30K when I was doing sell in May and go away. Now Bitcoin is back. This is at 23,400. You have a coin and you know how to click this functionality, and you can connect the high and the recent low, assuming it's far away from the recent low. These can be useful navigation tools. Oh, by the way, The 60-day moving average is at 23,700 in Bitcoin. So, I guess if Bitcoin doesn't break out, you don't have to worry about it. You missed it, you missed it. Entertaining live television, hopefully, maybe some instructional TA. But if Bitcoin takes out 23,400, then, it's off to the races. And this could go on for like 3 days. So just be advised about that point. I don't think you necessarily want to buy resistance, but I think, ETH is the horse that's out of the barn. Okay. Am I still bullish on Zcash? Yes. So let me do Moonbeam. Okay. And then I'm going to talk about Zcash. I'm going to tell you what I told the premium guys this morning. Okay. You kind of already heard it from me. So I don't want to go on and on and on about it, but Token Metrics is kind of famous for what's the next 100x, right? And I've never really had, I'm a technical analyst. I've never really had, right? Never really had the answer on the 100x. And I'll tell you what my answer to that question is after we do Moonbeam. So does this have a future? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I got the wrong coin up here. Thank you for correcting that. It's MOVR. Sorry. Got the symbol wrong. All right. Now, does something like this have a future? Well, here's what I can tell you. There were things that got destroyed in the last cycle. CryptoPunks, Cardano, Synthetics, Chainlink. So I guess you could say that if this participates in the rally, like the stuff that has hope, I think, is stuff that people want to get after even in a bear market rally. I know that's kind of unusual, right? Now, a lot of dumb stuff is going to rally, but sometimes I think that, you don't want to see what I call the double spike, right? When I used to chart small coins, right? These double spikes, that's bad, right? Somebody has to come in and take control of this market, right? This coin has not been able to get above $15. If it stays in this box, it's probably dead money. If it gets out of this box and invalidates these two double spikes, okay, then something good is happening. If nothing good happens and the market is in massive FOMO mode and this does not participate or break out or there's no catalyst, reconsider. Capital may be best deployed elsewhere, or if you wanted to play anything in like that Dot Kusama universe, maybe it's Dot and Kusama over this. I don't know. So that's the read on that. Now, somebody is asking about Zcash, right? And I'm going to pull up the Gala chart because somebody's asking about that. I'm going to actually do that on Token Metrics. So I'm actually going to pull up Gala and talk about Zcash at the same time. A total nightmare for the video editors. Okay. I told people that I think Zcash the next 100x, and here's why. Not investment advice at all. And I'm going to buy Zcash at 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 10 cents, 0. Right? Because nobody is going to do a transaction in the future that allows you to look in their wallet and see what they have. Privacy will be obvious. It'll be an obvious feature. Layer ones, you will not do anything on a layer one. You will not buy an NFT and have some service like Nansen be able to look in your wallet and say, oh, look, this smart guy has XYZ NFT. Ridiculous. Not going to happen. Right? 10 years from now, governments may hold it against you if you have any money. They may hold it against you if you have crypto. Do you ever think of that? Right? The only way to have cryptocurrency is to have cryptocurrency with a privacy feature. Otherwise, they're going to come take it from you. They may take your dollars. They may take your crypto. You don't know. Right? What did Jerome Powell say? This is not a normal world. They always say that. What happens if it continues to get more not normal? Like somebody bought a pizza with 10,000 Bitcoin. You may look at Zcash. They have a privacy layer 1. They have to move to proof of stake, which is probably why it's not going up, because it can't scale at proof of work. Fine. I'll talk about Zcash once a month. It's not going to 100x tomorrow. Don't come back on the stream and say, Bill, it went to 30. I'm mad. If it goes to 30, you should be happy. Seriously. Yeah, not being a jerk. I mean, that's just like, I'm going to die on the Zcash hill and say, 10 years from now, I tried to protect my wealth and my children's wealth. Right? Actually, let me say that a different way. I'm not protecting wealth with something like Zcash. I'm protecting sovereignty. You do the same thing with Bitcoin. Sovereignty. Right? Your ability to just sort of live. Gala Games. Okay. So they tried to take Gala Games twice below 5 cents, if I'm reading this right. Okay. And it looks like they failed. Those are key quant resistance levels, support levels. So they haven't been able to kill it below 6. I'm sorry. They haven't been able to kill it below 5. So they may take it to 6. So if this has another leg to it, if it does, right? Watch. Wow, it's late. Watch the metaverse. Bear Norris says Bill is pumping Zcash. No, I'm not pumping Zcash. Okay. I'm trying to tell you that when I saw Edward Snowden talk about this, that I actually walked out and goes, wow, I'm like people who like have cryptos that they believe in. They don't just chart them or use them or believe in crypto in general. Like, wow, I really believe in this. I wanted to go to the Zcash conference. So I'm not pumping it, but because you can lose money and get killed in crypto. You can. I shouldn't have to say that. If someone's watching this video 2 years from now, talking about XRP, Cardano, and Zcash, all right? Okay. So Justin is asking, where was the Zcash talk with Snowden? It was at consensus. Okay. It was at consensus. Okay. Someone's asking about QNT levels. It was incredible. He was on like a giant movie screen, criticized Bitcoin developers for not having a privacy feature. Because, Snowden was an original Bitcoin user back in 2013 in order to do, what got him in trouble with the U.S. government, right? In order to move money, to move information to the media, he had to use Bitcoin. So he was one of the pirates using crypto in 2013. Now Bitcoin's mainstream. And he's like, hey, guys, where's the privacy function? Oh, by the way, he was an anonymous signer of the Zcash white paper. So, the guys who are afraid of spies think privacy matters. Okay, here is QNT that somebody requested. Again, right, look at the AI levels. Quant, they tried to drop it 3 times near 50, and they couldn't do it, right? Like, that's what happens with these AI levels. You'll see the market try to go through them, and when it doesn't work, it goes the other way. And then you see on a retracement, they came back, touched $88, and kept going, right? So, okay, so somebody wants to know what are good stop levels in ETH. Okay. Well, I haven't been asked that. So if somebody says you can find conspiracies around every corner, yeah, you can. But again, I just think it's common sense. When you go to a store and you pay, Do you want the people who own the store to know how much money you have? No. So you don't even need a conspiracy. You just need a scalable privacy coin. Matter of fact, as I understand it, I'm studying this like Web3 phone narrative. Okay. And, part of that is like, you can prove, this is what sold me. You can prove using the blockchain mechanism on the phone for your identity. You can prove how old you are without giving the data away that shows your age. So in order to show ID and be allowed into a bar or a club or whatever, you can show proof of age without giving anybody your age to go on a server. And I'm like, that's interesting, right? That makes me want to stop hating Solana and start reading the Solana chart. Okay. Now, what's the stop in ETH? Well, if you're going to FOMO in, not investment advice, it's probably 1566. I don't think you want to see it go back down there. I mean, if you're going to play the 3-day move up, that's probably the stop. Or it's the place where you wait for the dip. You might get the dip. They might dip this in London time. They might say, okay, this is ridiculous. Inflation's terrible. They might dip this thing. Because, Jerome Powell did talk tough. I made fun of him for TV purposes, but, he's talking pretty tough. So short sellers may come in and try to short it again. If it holds 1566, I think it's going to go up again. So that's how I would play ETH, right? Yes, Chase says, yes, thank you for doing this now. You're welcome. You're welcome. I want you guys to be hooked up so you'd be ready to go in the morning. Oh, my God. Somebody wants to talk about ETC, Ethereum Classic. Love from Baltimore and Venezuela. Welcome. Okay. Man. We had like an internal debate about Ethereum Classic, man. One of our experience, we're like, oh, dude, come on. This can't go up anymore. This guy's like, don't screw around with it. He told us 3 times, right? And then I saw this thing was like up 25%. I'm like, oh my God, like don't fade the dudes who have like been around and know stuff, right? Like all these ETH miners got to go somewhere, right? So I guess they're going to ETH Classic. I mean, there's resistance at 3381. So 3338 rather is an AI based resistance point. I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to go through it or not. I mean, it's hard to get excited about this, but then again, maybe if this stupid thing is going up, maybe the whole market goes with it. This thing helped lead the market last time. So I guess if it goes to 38, can you imagine where ETH is? But 33.38 is the level I would watch. Now, I interrupt this FOMO late night crypto show for an important news bulletin. And even though the market may go up into the end of the month, you still have to like pay attention, use proper risk management, just to try to catch, if it went up 10, it may go up 30, right? It went up 10, it may also just be done. So that's one thing, we were humbled when I felt very humbled when I saw what Ethereum Classic did. Okay. Okay. How about the VRA downward sloping wedge? Okay. And we got people on this stream. We have some dedicated VRA people. Let's pull it up on Token Metrics. Okay, let's see if we can get VRA here. Okay. So not a lot going on other than the fact that there was support at 0.0053. Okay. And, the point I'm making about this is that when they did the give up trade in this, they just pushed it straight down. Like they pushed it down in a horizontal way. And when you push it down in a horizontal way, that's how it pops out. It can be like down, 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 oh, wait, sorry, boom. So the jury is still out on this. I'm encouraged by this AI support point. Okay. All right. People on fire for Matic. Kind of interested in ApeCoin. I wasn't that interested when they were doing the FOMO the first time. But then when I did the deep dive video, which we have on other deeds, just like the Bored Ape Metaverse, I got a lot more interested in ApeCoin. Right. Matter of fact, I was like, maybe this Bored Ape thing is only for rich people. And, I was like, wait a second. Maybe not. Maybe this ApeCoin thing is how the little guy gets in, right? Or the medium guy gets into the metaverse. Who knows? Okay, so Matic is in a wild range between $1 and 76 cents. Okay. Do I want to pay $1 for Matic? Honestly, not really. It's a really strong trend, but I think Matic wants to do the phone thing. I think if you're going to do the phone thing, just do Solana, right? Let's just do like a check of the market while we're at it here, just to make sure I'm not leading you down the road of ruin. 1642 in ETH, right? ETH is still above, it did this massive breakout above the 60-day moving average. So they'll do FOMO. And then, they'll decide what they want to do up here. Like, can ETH make a new high? Does anybody want to pay 1,600 for ETH? If you looked at our monthly charts, you would say yes. Oh my God, Holland just woke up. I am on the air in Europe at 6 o'clock in the morning for our friends in Europe and Asia. The New Yorkers are like, F you, I need to go to bed. Chart my coin. I understand. Okay, Steve says 75 basis points and up only. You called it. Thank you for noticing. I know the way to make it on YouTube is to brag about all the stuff you do. I try to keep that to a minimum. Sometimes I'll pound the table on my view too much, but thank you for noticing. Right? I definitely want to help you guys. And of course, if there are Token Metrics customers out there, we helped you out this morning. We appreciate your business. Okay. Immutable X. Oh man, love me some NFT plays. Like in NFTs, I know just enough to be dangerous. I know art and stocks are not correlated. I know that somewhere in here, there's got to be an NFT play. Right? I know that there are these huge FOMO rallies and then everything gets dropped. Kind of hoping this Immutable X thing, there's nothing really to say here from a support and resistance point of view because it's in the middle of the range, but $1.33 is theoretically possible, right? And metaverse and NFTs are going to go from being a joke to something real. I just don't know I don't know where to go. Don't worry, I'm working on it. I know. You're like, Bill, you're the research guy. Aren't you supposed to know? Yes, I am. I'm working on it. Okay. Should I close my ETH shorts? Okay. That's a good question. So it depends where you're short from. So let's go to a tactical view of ETH, right? My understanding is people really like live TA. So I don't know. Let's do live TA. Oh, no. Okay. Let's do live TA. And let's say, okay, ETH made a new high. Should you get out? So if you were an ETH short seller, where should your stop be? Well, I would guess your stop would have to be probably above 1650. So let's go back over here. So this is a good question because it makes you read the chart differently. It makes you say to yourself, all right, so, if I think it's bull-tard for the rest of the month, unless it's already happened, but if it's not, if it stops and you wanted to be short, where should you be short? I mean, I think if you're an analyst and you're being honest with yourself, you got to be able to answer both questions. So I think a stop for a short in ETH has got to be above 1656. Not investment advice. Don't do leverage. Don't get killed. Okay. 1752 feels like a level that they would want to try for. So I don't know if you got the cojones to keep it above 1750. 1656 is minimum. Normally with these AI levels, they'll try to go through that. So let's say the top is now, right? Let's say, you know, Bill Noble gets on the air at midnight and it's the biggest reverse indicator of all time and I'm having a Kramer moment. All right, whatever. Fine. So 1656, if they take that out and they come back down, then that might not be good. It's definitely not good if they take out 1566. Hopefully that was helpful. Short sellers want to see a failed rally, right? That rally is either going to be to 1656 or 1752. Oh my God, DYDX. Notice was the first thing to rally. I went to a DYDX party at Consensus. Again, you know, my Consensus ticket, you know, the guys from Consensus should be paying me. I talk about it so much. I went to a DYDX like function, took a picture, and then lo and behold, this was like the first coin to rally off the bottom because everybody was like, I need decentralized derivatives. I need decentralized derivatives now. You know, the whole centralized exchange thing still gives me the creeps. I mean, the SEC going after Coinbase is not funny. It is funny because they've lost the Ripple case. That's my view. They've lost. And I guess we know they've lost, but now I think it's almost official. I mean, I'm waiting for it to show up in XRP price action. I mean, it's not like I'm going to move XRP, but to me, it's obvious. It's obvious. They're so discombobulated in what they're doing, they've lost the case. Meanwhile, in DYDX, which could be the future of decentralized derivatives, it's making higher lows. So if they take out 250, there's nobody home till $4. That would be the sensational YouTube analytics. But every time DYDX goes down, there are buyers. Now, is anybody going to want to pay over $2 for it? We'll see. Nobody has wanted to pay $2 for it since May. They want to pay $2.50 for DYDX in September. DYDX is going to 4 and ETH is going to 3,000. If they want decentralized derivatives, this was the first coin to start moving. This was the first sector to start moving. So I don't want to get more overly dramatic than an overly dramatic late night live stream normally is. Okay. Right. But, you know, again, DYDX leads. If DYDX makes a new high, you don't want to be short, but that's later. Okay. I still think we got to face CPI in August. So I'm like pivoting towards the end of the stream, right? Where I'm saying, okay, yes, up for July, but in August, you got to get out, right? Because I think one of the reasons why Powell talked so tough today is he knows the August numbers are horrible. That's why it's up only now, because he's going to crush everything, right? And there's no reason not to push it for like another 2 days. But then when it comes to August, you got to like exit, right? And just assume that in August, you're going to be in this wild range. I don't know how wild. Range trading is tough for technical analysts. Traders love it. Traders love it, right? They buy when you're selling and they sell when you're buying, and they just love it. They love it. Okay. So David is asking, how can CPI be up with commodities down? Good question. So the commodity increases, the supply chain disruption, and the general phenomenon of too many dollars chasing too few goods is driving CPI. Commodities dumping will probably affect CPI in October and November and December during the election. Meanwhile, the economy will be falling out of bed because the Fed will have gone ballistic. Okay. Hi, Bill, could you look at Aave? All right. So I'm personally running out of gas here. I definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Normally, I don't do this, but here's something I do want to say. Please make sure that you follow my Twitter. These Twitter spaces that the Astrobot group is doing. So you definitely want to follow Astrobot. But if you want that early morning market update, there's no YouTube market update on Wednesday. Okay? This is like the late night special for you guys. But normally, Wednesday is going to be premium customer webinar only. So if you want that morning market update in a Twitter space, it's crypto_noble or at Astrobot Society. I'll bring it up in a second. So Aave, not a big fan of DeFi coins, but they tried to kill this thing, right? They tried to kill it below 82, and it didn't work. So the next level that I have is 113. If they can take Aave up to 113, well, God bless them. Seriously. Like Uniswap, all these DeFi coins that led the market. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how hard they can squeeze that stuff. I don't know. Okay. Somebody says it feels weird listening to Bill on 1x speed after listening to him on 2x speed. Okay. Let me just bring up Aave. Okay. So we got a little ticker at the bottom now. At Crypto Noble, at Astrobot Society. Here is Aave, right? They tried to kill it below 82. See what they do with this? Like how they just ram it down and then the buyers come back. And people are probably going to try to short it again because that's what worked up here, right? But it's more obvious now, and obvious never works. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you got to be careful of this thing just getting crazy over the next 2 days. Okay. So this is my Twitter, right? Crypto_noble. Okay. Again, normally not shilling personal Twitter. Okay. Astrobot Society. Okay. They're up to 1330 followers. We showed the art. I'm sure you'll be shocked to know I met Altcoin Daily. Oh, I can't find it now. It's gone. I met Altcoin Daily at Consensus, right? And they liked and commented on our Astrobot Society initial tweet. They're going to be rolling out lifetime tokenmetric subscriptions as a part of the NFT. Art and stocks are not correlated, right? The market tops out today. In my mind, the question is, where can I buy ETH so I can get my hands on art? Now, if this is art to you, that would be great. I work for Tokenmetrics. Okay. This also has functionality. It may include premium research, both machine learning, AI, and analysts. So please check that out. Okay. So somebody wants a Noble portfolio from 1,000 to 1 million during the bear market. Dude, I'm glad you have that kind of confidence in me. I will do my best to bring it home for you. So let's summarize. Okay. The intense FOMO of the post-Fed meeting may extend for 3 days. When that FOMO is over, crypto could be a lot higher than it is now. Guessing ETH could hit 1750. It could go higher than that if Bitcoin breaks out above 23K. Now, in the beginning of August, Jerome Powell has told you the numbers will be terrible by what he said today. So I know I made fun of him, but he said August will be ugly. So make money now while you can, right? Or sell what you have to at the end of the month for tax loss selling. Buy while you can. August is going to be for range traders only. Ugly, right? Everyone's going to be frustrated. Everyone's going to be selling high, selling low, and buying high. That's August. You want to go on vacation in August? No problem. Smart move, in my opinion. Just please keep watching the market update and smashing the like button, right? Don't drink too much. Don't fall asleep on the beach, and you can't hit the button. Just hit the button. All right, folks, that's it. That is the late night market update. Good morning to people in Europe. Good morning to people in Asia, right? Good night or good morning, depending on what shift you work in New York. This is Bill Noble from Token Metrics. I will see you tomorrow.